And what I like about today is that it's a grassroots approach to a community-wide issue. It's led by Tina Knight and Lee Lavara, who've already had an opportunity to speak, and they should be commended. So let's give it up like it's a rally, and another round of applause for them. Now, I'm speaking simply as a concerned member of the Greater Shepparton community, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day to be here. As you know, SPCA has been the backbone of our community for generations. We all feel a sense of pride when we see Goulburn Valley, SPC, IXL, Taylor's or Unmona on supermarket shelves. After all, they boast the label Australian made. We don't want to lose that. Today, I'd like to draw attention to two fundamental issues: the high Australian dollar and cheap imported products. Both of these issues contribute to the declining sales and a potential 50% cut in fruit intake. These issues have not only affected SPCA, but are widespread and impact on everyone who calls him or herself Australian. I don't need to remind you that SPCA is responsible for putting Greater Shepparton on the map and has been a fundamental part of our identity since the 1920s. We're here today because we're not about to give that up without a fight. Today's message is simple. Support the establishment that supports us. Choose a supermarket that stocks SPCA products and toss a tin in your trolley. Have it with your morning Weet-Bix or put it in your kids' play lunch. It may be that Australian product costs an extra 25 cents, but for the sake of 25 cents you will get more than you bargained for. Without that educated consumer choice, we cannot protect our industry and we cannot protect our jobs. For an extra 25 cents, Goulburn Valley workers can receive a fair day's pay for a fair day's work. Imported products constantly undercut our prices through low international labour costs. Further to this, SPCA goes through stringent quality control testing to ensure their products are the best in the world. And like Lee said, imported fruit doesn't have to jump through those hurdles. If you buy Australian, at least you know what's in those tins. And as a mum, I want to know exactly what my kids are eating. We call ourselves a lucky country, yet we stand by as our industry deteriorates time and again. But there's power in numbers, as we're demonstrating right here today. It's true we might have our hand out right now, but we also need to look beyond this. Julia Gillard says she's not interested in taxing imported fruit. We say not good enough. These taxes may stop the government throwing money into subsidising businesses such as Holden. Tariffs would bring in money and support our industry by stopping cheap imported fruit from being dumped in Australia. I urge the Gillard government to make Australia an even playing field when it comes to free trade. I encourage this government to find other sustainable solutions to the high Australian dollar, and I implore that they consider the disastrous effects that loss of industry can have on rural areas. For some of you, it means the loss of livelihood. For others, it means ripping an entire fruit crop out of the ground. For all of us, it means dealing with the potential collapse of an industry that's contributed leaps and bounds to the progress of our community. As you already know, our unskilled demographic relies heavily on the fruit trade. Migrant workers establish themselves by putting in hard yards to make our industry prosper. It's what we're all thinking, but I'll say it anyway. Without industry, there will be fewer jobs, no seasonal work, and less money going towards other businesses in our locality. As a nurse, I understand these cuts may hit some of us very hard, so I'm asking those directly affected to seek financial or emotional help. There are services out there willing to lend assistance, and don't be too proud. Most of all, keep a close eye on each other and offer support where needed. But having said that, I have every faith that SPC and the Greater Shepparton community are up for this challenge. SPC has lasted more than a century through drought, floods, stock market collapse and the challenges of competing in a global environment, and now we have yet another challenge. With your support, SPCA will once again emerge as a dominant market force. So next time you toss a tin in your trolley, think about who and what you are supporting. SPCA, flavoured by sunshine, chosen by you. Choose Australian pride.
Thanks, Fern. Another great passion speech from a local